Hello and a very good evening. Those who are joining this live broadcast and those who would be watching this broadcast later on, first thing first, as Team NTT, we want to thank each one of you from the bottom of our hearts for all your support, for all the courage and for being our strength. Yes, it has been a very difficult week, past 1 week, ever since NTT was hacked, but then timely intervention of YouTube, also Kolkata Police, acting on our complaint has essentially ensured restoration of all our credentials. Long story cut short, NTT now belongs to where it actually belongs, to us, to the people of this country. Those who have tried hacking this channel, they have tried hacking our YouTube channel but could not hack our courage, and that's the reason. Without thinking twice as whether we will be able to broadcast live or not, we took our first flight out of Kolkata and landed here in Imphal, Manipur. Why? The reason is known to all. Yes, you got it right. We are coming to you live from in Manipur, and especially after N. Biren Singh, who was the Chief Minister of the state till yesterday evening, has suddenly become the caretaker Chief Minister because he has tendered his resignation. 21 months after the first incident of violence that happened on 3rd of May 2023. That first incident of violence that was later on followed up by multiple other incidents of violence that eventually led to the division in the state. And I say that very consciously. I don't care who thinks about the word divide. It is a fact. The state, this beautiful state of Manipur, was divided by this very violence that has maimed people, killed people, and turned neighbors against each other. A Methi and a Kuki don't see eye to eye anymore. They can't. Probably they are still friends. But of situation and circumstances, some are still connected over phone and they're happy their friendship is not gone, lost forever. But then it is a fact that same violence which has killed more than 200 people, left 70,000 plus homeless, changed so much for so many forever. Violence 21 months later possibly would be attributed for N. Biren Singh's resignation. We are currently standing outside N. Biren Singh's residence. He's still there inside the Chief Minister's residence. He is the caretaker Chief Minister. But yesterday in the evening, almost jumping in a Sunday suspense, N. Biren Singh along with 14 other MLAs had gone to meet the governor and tendered his resignation. His resignation was accepted. And what is the immediate fallout? The immediate fallout is the session, the assembly session which was supposed, 7th assembly session which was supposed to convene from 10th of February onwards has now been called off. And what is the other significance of this calling off of the assembly session? There was a no confidence motion in the pipeline to be mooted and proposed by the Congress. Now that no confidence motion is not happening anymore. And because there won't be any no confidence motion, because there is no assembly session, thus there won't come a scope where N. Biren Singh had to prove his strength in the assembly. We will get to the numbers little later, but let's remind one and all. 21 months later, N. Biren Singh has resigned as a Chief Minister. Is he happy about it? If I have to believe my sources, and I say this standing right outside the Chief Minister's residence, he is not happy. Absolutely not. And as we speak, right inside the Chief Minister's residence, caretaker Chief Minister's residence, hectic parleys are still on. Sambit Patra, BJP Member of Parliament, who has been given the responsibility of crisis management, who came back to Manipur, came down to Manipur along with N. Biren Singh yesterday, was also spotted in that same picture and video of N. Biren Singh tendering his resignation. That same Sambit Patra has come down here. In the course of the day today, Sambit Patra had tried meeting with several MLAs, BJP MLAs, NPP MLAs, and that's where the name comes to play. Who will become the next Chief Minister is a question that can only come at a later stage. The question is, can this transition be a smooth one? Will this transition be a smooth one? Will this transition be bereft of any violence? That is a larger that many are now bothered with. What have we seen through the day? We will try and play the visuals that you have seen through the day at the Imphal Hotel, where Sambit Patra had met with several MLAs to try and understand what can be the roadmap ahead. And before we explain the map ahead, it is very important to understand why possibly N. Biren Singh has resigned, or if I can use the word very consciously, surrender now. Surrendered to this pressure mounting on him since the first instance of violence from opposition within the BJP, saying that N. Biren Singh should resign. There is something called moral responsibility, there is something called accountability, and taking responsibility of that. He should have resigned, especially because the violence has killed so many people. But N. Biren Singh kept on maintaining his standpoint that he will not resign, he has not done anything wrong. And if I can quickly take you back to that visual of 30th of June 2023, I will request my producer Orko to play that old video where his resignation letter was literally torn down by protesters from right outside this very gate. I vividly remember it was 30th of June 2023 when protesters had gathered right here. Imagine, we are talking about the Chief Minister's residence, yet breaking through every security. I can't walk inside, you can't walk inside, but thousands of protesters who were assembled here, a handful of them, had managed to go inside, had realized that N. Biren Singh was very upset, and his resignation letter in front of the camera, right outside here, was torn down by people. N. Biren Singh had then said that I wanted to resign, but people do not want me to resign. I wanted to resign, but people do not want me to resign because they think I am the only person capable of taking Manipur a crisis that it has now plunged into back in 2023. But very interestingly, the opposition did not stay happy with that explanation, and the pressure kept on mounting. Both the Lok Sabha seats lost by BJP, both have gone to Congress, and the pressure further mounted on him as whether he should finally take any responsibility. But he never resigned. Only on 9th of February 2025, that is 21 months after the first incident of violence, he resigned. Question thus is, why? To answer that, number one, there had been a massive dissidence within BJP. Hear me carefully. There are about 19 MLAs within BJP who are not happy with N. Biren Singh, who wanted a change in leadership. In 2027, there would be a state assembly election in Manipur, and thus they wanted a change of leadership. So 19 dissident MLAs could be one of the prime reasons why N. Biren Singh had to resign. NPP, the ally, Konark Sangma's ally in Manipur, had withdrawn support from BJP, said we will not be supporting you. In fact, Konark Sangma just a couple of days back said that we will support BJP if there is a change in leadership, that is, if N. Biren Singh is removed. So 19 plus 4, that's 23. And then there are more who are not happy with N. Biren Singh, and that's the reason they were all asking for a change in leadership. Now, why is this number game important? Play that graphics if that's ready. Manipur Assembly has a strength of 60 MLAs. What is the cutoff number? Okay, I do see more people are coming in. We'll try and stay on these visuals. Let the graphics be. This is the Chief Minister's residence, and since evening we've been seeing vehicles after vehicles simply coming in and leaving, and obviously Ektik Pal is around. As I said, Sambit Patra is also there inside. We will come to that later. Let's go back to the number game. So if there are 60 MLAs, the magic figure would be 31. So you need to have 31 MLAs to be in majority. What is the strength of BJP? 32. Yet BJP had seen defections in their favor. So MLAs from NPP, NPF, JDU, they have switched sides and they have joined BJP. So BJP that way has comfortable figure of 47. Now, from 47, if you take out, from 47, if you take out 19, that's the dissident MLAs, it comes to 27, 28, right? So that's where the emerges. What if 19 dissident MLAs do not respond to the party whip and do not come on the floor test day, and if they do not vote in favor of BJP, it's simply not N. Biren Singh who would lose his majority, it's the that would lose the majority, and the government would then be under massive threat. The same BJP which had been rejoicing Delhi's election victory just 2 days back was not willing to invite a crisis of this kind. What is the reason number? The reason number 2 is the very big development which happened last week. Supreme Court has asked Central Forensic Science Laboratory to study the audio clips which have been purportedly leaked, and purported audio clips linking N. Biren Singh to the. You must be wondering how. Now there are petitions there is a petition which has been filed before the Supreme Court citing several audio clips, purported audio clips, which eventually got leaked, alleging that the voice is of N. Biren Singh, where the gentleman could be, at least in those audio tapes, could be heard instigating violence against one particular community. So, what did Supreme Court do? Supreme Court had also seen the test results of an NGO which had done an investigation, research on these audio tapes, and had concluded that 93% match has been found between the voice in the audio tapes and that of N. Biren Singh. So what Supreme Court did, Supreme Court has admitted the petition and has now asked Central Forensic Science Laboratory to do an analysis of those audio clips and give a report back to the Supreme Court in a sealed cover. I do see the Special Security Advisor, Mr. Kuldeep Singh, just walking out of N. Biren Singh's residence. And obviously, as I said, it is not an easy situation, and there are a lot of hectic parleys going on, especially given the fact there had been a massive violence that Manipur has witnessed in the past so many months. Every decision can have certain consequences, and that's the reason the aspect has been prioritized and given a lot of priority, and that's the reason I just saw the Special Security Advisor to Manipur. He come out of N. Biren Singh's residence. So going back to the point, now because Supreme Court has also asked CF to do the probe and give the report in a sealed envelope, many are wondering if that has. I do see another MLA. Sir. Okay, sir, expect something today? Sir, should we expect something today? All right, more MLAs are coming in to meet N. Biren Singh. Let's come closer and show the visual, please. So as you see, more ML now coming in to come and meet Mr. N. Biren Singh, and obviously the meeting is currently on inside the Chief Minister's residence. I do see he come out. Well, I can't figure out. Okay, so more MLAs are now coming down. We know Mr. Sambit Patra is there inside. Mr. Sambit Patra is there inside, and you have come to meet the Chief Minister?
No, not now.
Huh?
Not now.
Okay. You're here to meet the Chief Minister?
We? We are just part of the team.
Okay. So confirm if there are MLAs inside.
No. I think after 6:37 MLA should be there.
6:37 MLAs would be coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
not this is not official. Okay, this is unofficial.
Okay, I'm on live. I'm on. I'm so sorry. All right. So obviously, so there are MLAs who are now coming in. MLAs would be coming in, rather, I would say. MLAs would be coming in. More MLAs would be coming in and meet the chief minister. So yeah, it's important to understand. Hectic parleys are going on. Hectic parleys are now to understand what can be the roadmap ahead and what is the. All right, I do see more cars coming in. No one inside. No one inside. All right, there is no one inside. Okay, so going back to the point, so obviously these are the two factors: A, the Supreme Court's intervention into the purported audio clips and asking CFSL to probe the matter. Many are saying that could be one of the major reasons why N. Biren Singh chose to resign at this point in time. Many are saying, well, the other big reason definitely is if there happens a flow test and if there is a flow test and if there happens if the numbers do not add up, in that case it could be a crisis for the chief minister. Well, Mr. N. Biren Singh did not speak with any of the media houses now. Obviously, he is not issuing a statement. But the last time that I had spoken to was in April during the election time, and this is a small excerpt of the interview that I had with the chief minister then, when did ask him about the violence which had been going on, and to which he squarely said that he is doing his best to control it and contain it. The same chief minister resigning 21 months later, obviously raises a lot of questions, and that's the reason I want to play that small little excerpt of that interview which I had taken of N. Biren Singh, possibly the last interview that I had from April 2024, where he candidly said and very squarely said that he is doing everything to control the situation. Listen into the interview and then we come back.
It is a very crucial and a very important, It will decide the future of Manipur, mainly the future of the indigenous people of the state and the territorial integrity of Manipur. So that is why people are turning out. People are coming out. Recently, Amit Shahaji visited and held rallies. He assured to the people of the state that at any cost, the territorial integrity of the state will be protected, and illegal immigrants who are trying to make demographic imbalance in the state of Manipur will be protected. These are the core issues. So that's why the people of the state are turning out, and this is the only core issues.
So I know the Home Minister said that the fencing work has started. He had previously tweeted. He also stressed that the work has started. But do you think, sir, given the history that Manipur has had, the work which you all are doing now has only happened as an afterthought or reaction to the violence in 2023?
No. From the beginning we started. Illegal immigration is starting the screening and collecting of biometrics has already started in the 2023.
Yet how did this imbalance happen, sir?
398 kilometers keeping open, no fencing, no border guarding security. Everything was left unguarded. That is the reason why. In the last 2006 to 18, only within 12 years, 996 new villages come up from the Myanmaris. Many national media doesn't know the ground realities. One-sided story is doing. Very unfortunate. They should visit here and they should see the real background. क्या हुआ? कौन सा साल से क्या हुआ है? कौन सा साल से क्या हुआ? Now we are losing our food in the indigenous people are losing food in the state.
When you say indigenous peoples are,
Means indigenous peoples, Nagas and the Métis, and those all Cookies also. Cookies also who have already recognized and approved by the state government. There are 33 tribes. They are all.
yeah.
But many new peoples are bringing, which we cannot tolerate.
और
So you are confident
लोग आचे
about
नहीं
winning Manipur?
Sure. Both seat will be definitely.
Both the seats you would
Both
win.
seat, both seat.
So is NRC an option for Manipur?
Yeah, NRC is the main demand of the people of the Manipur.
But sir, you are the chief minister. You are visiting several places. Do you think this situation could have been differently handled? I'm sure you would say the center has been with you. But sir, it's always said justice is done and justice is seen to be done. When I talk to people of Manipur, they have a qualm. Why didn't our prime minister come? Why didn't our prime minister step in here? Maybe his presence would have made a lot of difference. So when you as a chief minister going there, do you think people are finding it difficult to accept your approach?
The prime minister visit or non-visit is, politically, I should say motivated, because many incident has took place in the state of Manipur since 1993. There were thousands of people were killed during the Naga Kuki class. 2093 to it took 6 years. Even single home, let us forget about the PM, single home minister did not visit here in the state of Manipur. After that, around 350 people were killed during the Naga Kuki fighting class. Single home minister, even the home minister, not let us forget about the PM, doesn't say anything, not forget about the visit. But this time you see, home minister himself visited here in the state 3 days.
And stayed 3 days, right?
And the state home minister stayed 25 days. Never happened before. So, but you know how the Honorable Prime Minister addressed in the Parliament about the Manipur, and how he addressed in the Lal Killa during the Independence Day speech. Doing enough. And whatever the requirement is doing.
Well, it's important to understand while the weather could be pretty cold out here, the political temperature is certainly soaring, and I can only guess the temperature inside NTT's residence, the caretaker chief minister's residence. I'm sure he will not appreciate being referred to as a caretaker chief minister time and again as of now. The question thus largely is, will he appreciate walking back to the same assembly where he has been a two-term chief minister as a MLA or as a minister, but not as a chief minister? Will he be okay accepting someone else's leadership while sitting on the treasury bench? Will he be okay accepting somebody else would be taking decisions and not him anymore? Because at this time, the larger question relies fundamentally on the very fact that he did not resign in the past 21 months. The very fact he has chosen to resign after 21 months indicates of a compulsion, indicates of pressure. Whether he would surrender to that pressure just like that, or is there more than what meets our eyes? Because if I have to believe my sources from inside, and again I say, I'm saying this standing right outside the Chief Minister's residence. If my sources are to be believed, there are 24 MLAs, hear carefully, 24 MLAs who had been in touch with N. Biren Singh. 24 MLAs out of 47 who have been in touch with N. Biren Singh. 14 MLA had gone along with him to the governor's residence yesterday to hand over his resignation. But what you have been told from inside, and a very credible source, that there are 24 MLAs. Now those MLAs possibly would also start, dropping in now. And that The larger question is, and apprehension is, whether this transition will be a smooth one without any hitch. Why do you think Sambit Patra has come back to N. Biren Singh's residence? Sambit Patra, the BJP MP, who has been given the responsibility to do the crisis management, why do you think he has come down to N. Biren Singh's residence from the hotel where all along through the day he had been meeting dissident MLAs or MLAs from other parties? Because while on one hand he wants to ensure that BJP as a party has the strength, on the other hand he doesn't want to antagonize N. Biren Singh, and that's the reason. When he's there inside the Chief Minister's residence, a legitimate question obviously is as whether he's trying to give him a feedback download or what really happened, and whether to take him into confidence, and whether his attempt will be a successful one. Many might wonder if N. Biren Singh is no longer the Chief Minister, if he has resigned following the central leadership's command. Sambit Patra coming here and giving him a feedback or a download, is it a mere democratic process or reflection of democracy, or is it reflection of democracy, or is it an indication that power, as far as the power stick is concerned, probably is still with N. Biren Singh? As far as the power, the ball is concerned, the magic ball is concerned, is still in the court of Biren Singh. Is that the reason why Sambit Patra has come down here after meeting all the MLAs respectively at the residence? We all know by 12th there has to be a new Chief Minister, or at least the announcement has to come, and by 12th the assembly session has to convene. 12th of February would exactly be 6 months since the last assembly, which was called off sine die on 12th of August 2024. So that's going to be exactly 6 months. And the Constitution says if you do not assemble once in 6 months, then the assembly could be falling apart. So in order to avoid that kind of a situation, the assembly would need a leader. All right, there are more cars coming in. The assembly would need a leader, the leader of the house, and who that leader of the house would be probably would be decided as these cars go in and come out, probably would be decided by Sambit Patra, probably would be decided by N. Biren Singh, probably would be decided by the central leadership. But what you've been given to understand from sources very close to N. Biren Singh, that this decision was not his. To resign was not his decision. So if that was not his decision, it is clear the decision was of the central leadership. Was the central leadership all very happy with N. Biren Singh all along, at least since the violence broke out? Well, I leave the question unanswered and for public interpretation. For now, we can only say that 21 months after the violence broke out, N. Biren Singh has resigned. The question is whether the resignation is at all related to the violence, or it is related to factional fight and the Supreme Court hearing the purported audio tapes. Before I wind up, I just want to quickly read 2 lines from the Chief Minister's resignation letter that he has given yesterday. 2 lines. Amongst all the things he had said, he said, my sincere request to the central government through your good office, that is the governor's office, is to continue with the same. I take the opportunity to enumerate the most important ones of them. To maintain the territorial integrity of Manipur, which has a rich and diverse civilizational history over thousands of years. Yes, territorial integrity is important. And when you highlight territorial integrity, are you trying to hint foreign hands trying to hint? Are you trying to hint that the state is divided and thus the territorial integrity has been challenged or has come under the challenge of this mindless violence? To maintain the territorial integrity, it is just not about the geography of India. It is also about a state's own territorial integrity, whether the state stands united as one or has fallen apart, divided as two. Well, that answer is known to all. If territorial integrity and unity of Manipur is the prime concern, even after continuing as a chief minister all along in the past 21 months ever since the violence broke out, can anyone put his or her hand on heart and say that Manipur is united and people from Meitei community can happily go to the hills in Churachandpur, in Kangpokpi, and vice versa. People from Churachandpur and Kangpokpi, people from Kuki community can happily come here to the valleys? The answer is known to all. And he also said to crack down on border infiltration and to formulate policy for deportation of illegal immigrants. Well, that as an issue entirely comes under the central government. He also said to continue the fight against drugs and narco-terrorism, and he said to continue the stringent and foolproof revised mechanism of FMR with the biometric being stringently applied, time-bound and faster border which is underway. Well, we have to now wait and see what transpires in the next couple of days and what's there in store for Manipur. The question obviously is, who will be the next chief minister of Manipur? And as I began by asking whether this entire process of finding the new chief minister of Manipur will be a smooth transitional process, will be a smooth one, or will Manipur really take longer and much longer to really come out from the memories and the shadows of violence? For now, I thank all our viewers for joining this live broadcast. I repeat, we are back in Manipur and we will be here focusing on all developments, just not political, the social and the human too. For now, thank you so much. Good night and take care.